Income tax hikes are coming in the new year, and Ontarians will be among the hardest hit. The Canadian Taxpayers Federation blames increases in payroll taxes, employment insurance premiums, and Canada pension contributions for the hike. In Ontario, a family with a $45,000 income will pay 5.1% more. A two-income family earning $80,000 will see a 3.5% increase. Joining us now to talk about this is Derek Fildebrandt with the Canadian Taxpayers Federation. Mr. Fildebrandt, is this different from other years? Do these things kind of slip in every year and we don't notice? How would you characterize this?
Well, annually there are normally small adjustments to the threshold, which are often in line with inflation. So it often works out as long as someone receives a cost of living adjustment. What's different this year is the way inflation is working across the country, and especially in Ontario. Ontario's inflation rate is significantly above the national average in the last fiscal year. So when we ran our numbers about how this would actually work in 2011, using inflation adjusted numbers, we found that Ontarians were coming out with an effective loss in terms of real taxable income.
Okay, so you are, I'm assuming someone in government somewhere may dispute your numbers, but I would guess that you're shoving through the HST, the higher energy costs, all those things that we're all paying, and when it all comes out in the wash, you're looking at less take-home than is being advertised, if you will.
Yeah, well, our study was looking at simply what's going to come out of your paycheck. We weren't looking at HST or eco fees or many of the other new taxes or tax changes that have been taking place in Ontario under the McGuinty government. What we were looking at nationally and focused in provincially was what comes off of your paycheck. And what we're seeing primarily is an increase in the EI. Right now, we were told to be grateful for this rate of increase because it was supposed to be larger, and that's because the Conservatives decided to create a slew of new social programs which are funded by employment insurance, although most of these programs have little, if anything, to do with actual employment insurance, if that word actually meant anything, actual employment insurance. Some of these programs might be laudable, some of them are probably of rather questionable nature, but most of these programs, all the ones that we have identified, have very little to do with employment insurance. And as a result, the EI fund is running a deficit, and that's why EI premiums are going up.
And also more people are laid off, they would say. More people are looking for work, so EI is being taxed, if you will.
Yeah, naturally. With increased unemployment as a result of the global recession, the strain on EI has increased, but they've also expanded benefits. You can question if that's a reasonable thing to do, considering, if someone lost their job outside of the recession, I don't think they're any less important than someone who lost their job inside of the recession.
Yeah.
But
appreciate. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. We're out of time. I appreciate your time. Thanks so much for being here.
My pleasure.